טוב, אין בעיה.
Kadosh Bekiim Bahalacha 4, day 32. Yeah, he comes and he says like this, day 32, page 84. We are on Siman Kafei. We are Seif Samech Bet, Halacha Samech Bet. Okay? מי שחלץ התפילין מחמת שהיה צריך להיכנס לבית הכיסא. If you need to take off your tefillin in order to go to the בית הכיסא, אפילו הייתה דתו לחזור לניחן תכף, even if you want to come and you want to take it off, right? אפילו הייתה דתו לחזור לניחן, you want to put it on again, מיד כשיצא מבית הכיסא, צריך לחזור ולברך על הנחתם. So you have to come and you have to make a beracha when you're going to put them on again. שמכיוון שם בית הכיסא, מקום ראוי להיות בו עם תפילין, but since you're not allowed to be in the בית הכיסא, right, with the tefillin, it's considered a pasek. ואפילו בזמן מועט, even if it's going to be a little bit of time, ואפילו היה בית הכיסא קרוב אליו, even if it's going to be close to it, צריך לברך על התפילין. So you have to make a tefillin. So basically, the second you go into the washroom, pasek. Once it's about, that's it. Not allowed to. Okay. 87. Regarding a talit, the halacha is that if someone takes it off to go to the restroom, it's unnecessary to make another beracha, right? If it did not pass half an hour. See the Kud Yosef, again, this is not like Maran. If you remember, according to Maran, you do need to make the halacha. You don't make a beracha because you took it off. But according to, we usually do safek berachol lakel. What about today's restrooms? Because remember, today's restrooms is much different than the olden days. So he says, the Magen Avraham suggested that it could be that the prohibition against wearing tefillin in a restroom was only in the restrooms of ancient time, where it was located outside of the town, and to maintain right sanitary conditions, all right, and therefore it's going to be taking off the tefillin, going out of the town in order to go to the restroom was considered interruption. But nowadays, he says, they're right beside the synagogue, they're right there, so the short time to get to the restroom is nothing. So for maybe it's not considered hefsek. The Aratzot HaChaim in the Sheyadeh Korban come, they refute this distinction, and they say no, that it's lachaz, even if the restroom is very, very close, that if you're right there, still you're not allowed to go into the restroom, and therefore it's going to be hefsek. Okay, what about eating a meal? So the Shulchan Aruch ruled that if someone wishes to eat a meal, he should take off his tefillin and keep them off until it is time to recite Birkat HaMazon. This is because he might drink too much during the meal and become intoxicated. So Mishabura added that according to Maran, it's necessary to repeat the blessings, right, when putting on the tefillin again after eating, right? But according to the Ramah, it should not be necessary if he left the tefillin on the table, since thereby he demonstrated his intention to put them on again after the meal. The Biur Halacha concluded, right, however, that even according to the Ramah, it is necessary to repeat the blessing in this case. Just like going into a restroom, it's considered an interruption because it is forbidden to wear them at the time. Eating a meal should also likewise be considered an interruption, since our sages forbade one of them eating from the meal while having the tefillin. In this case as well, we can combine the opinions of the Maran and the Mishnah Berurah and rule that it is necessary to repeat the blessing of tefillin after the meal. There's likewise the halacha of the halacha Berurah as well. Halacha Samech Gimel. Im nishmetu atfilim mimekomam. So the Ben Lo rataltam, you didn't take them off, right? It moved off the place. You don't have to make another beracha. Why? Right? So, see 88 on the bottom. According to Shulchan Aruch, it is necessary to say a beracha again in this case. The Shla Kadosh, however, testified the common custom is not to make another beracha, even if it completely slips right out of place. This is because the person did not mean to take it off. Meaning, it just moved completely out of place. So you're not going to come and make a beracha, right, because of that. Okay, the Pri Megadim also commented that if it happens to someone, he says if it's going to happen, right, that he comes and he says, Halacha Berurah has listed a number of reasons why one should not repeat the blessing if one's getting slipped out of place, whether it happened during the prayers or afterwards. Halacha Samech Dalet. Yeah? Im mutar haiduk shel atfilin shel yad. What happens right now if it opened up? The chozer, then you come and you tighten it again. So it's ki'ilu that the tefillin came from its place, and therefore he says you don't make another beracha, whether it's going to be one of the shalosh, even before you put on the shalosh or afterwards. זאת אומרת, שמת את זה, כן? אבל זה נפתח. כן? אז במקרה שזה נפתח, אז גם כן הוא אומר, אתה לא צריך לברך על זה. אוקיי? סמכי, sorry. So he says like this, he says, מי שניח תפילין של יד וברך עליהם. So he puts on תפילין של יד, and he makes a ברכה. And at the beginning הידוק, נפסק הקשר של יד. Oops! And it came off. והוא צריך לעשות קשר אחר. So now he has to make a new קשר. So he says, "Vadayin lo yisiach tato." You didn't have etzech hadat. You don't need to make another beracha. That's only if you put on the same tefillin. But if because of that now you have to put on another tefillin, obviously you would have to make another beracha.
When you put the two tefillin, this happens.
Look at the number 90 in the footnote. The Shulchan Aruch ruled that if the strap snaps while the person is putting on the tefillin, it's not necessary to make another beracha because he always had the in mind of fulfilling the mitzvah until the new knot is made. But he says, but if you're going to actually mamash have to get another pair of tefillin, obviously you would have to make a new beracha. If the strap of the tefillin shalosh snaps, so therefore he comes and he says that he says he should make another beracha about mitzvah tefillin when you're putting it on afterwards. Although the blessing that he made beforehand was supposed to be for both, it does not cover, right, the replacement. Okay.